Dale Jr.'s iconic number 8 returns to the track full-time in 2025, and RCR announces a third car for 2025 among other organizational changes. Welcome back into the Breaking Bob channel. Hope you all had a good weekend. As always, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a thing in the NASCAR and motorsports world. It never stops, even during the off season. If you missed it this weekend, the annual Snowball Derby, the late model race down in Florida, took place. And what a weekend. First of all, Flow Racing's coverage, exceptional. They made up for the Florence debacle a few weeks ago. And if you missed it, Caden Honeycutt won the Snowball Derby on Sunday afternoon, holding off Truck Series regular Ty Majeski in a great battle between the two. Honeycutt finally pulled ahead, and then a late charge from Stephen Nace gave him all he could handle as Nace even lunged into turn 3 at the final lap. But Honeycutt took the checkered flag and exiting his car showed the nerves not only in his face, but on his tracksuit. At some point later in the race, Honeycutt puked in the car and it ended up all over his tracksuit. So we're going to need to clean that tracksuit 100%, but just shows the nerves there are real. And hey, look at that. They're just like us, drivers like Caden Honeycutt. Once again, massive congratulations to Caden Honeycutt for the big win at the Snowball Derby. And like I said, Flow Racing made up for a few weeks ago exceptional coverage this weekend, all week leading up to the actual race on Sunday afternoon. Moving on, Sammy Smith had a P7 this weekend at the Snowball Derby. But the news this morning was regarding Sammy Smith and his Xfinity ride. This morning, Junior Motorsports confirmed the return of the iconic number 8 font that Dale Jr. made famous in his Budweiser number 8 at DEI. Of course, Junior brought back that Budweiser number 8 a few weeks ago in the Cars Tour at Florence, an iconic partnership from the 2000s reunited back on track. For years, fans wanted to see that iconic number 8 font back on track, but Teresa Earnhardt, the widow of Dale Earnhardt Sr., who owned DEI and all of the controlling assets there, didn't give up that trademark, wouldn't let anyone use it. Now, she still owns the number 1 font from DEI, but she gave up the 15 finally to Michael Waltrip, it sounds like. And Dale Jr. and Junior Motorsports submitting for the trademark for that 8 font this summer and getting it. You've seen it slowly start to work its way back into the masses. And this will be great to see that full-time number 8 and that font on track in Xfinity in 2025 as Sammy Smith pilots it for Junior Motorsports. And finally, Richard Childress Racing today confirmed a multitude of changes among the organization. And with that, they did confirm they'll be bringing a third open chartered car to the track in multiple races this year with multiple drivers. With that third car, Andy Street will be crew chiefing it in all the races it's entered in. Street was the crew chief for Austin Hill in the Xfinity Series. He'll take over as that crew chief for the open, I would assume, 33 car, and he'll also be the Xfinity engineering manager on the RCR side as well. With that, Chad Haney has been promoted internally to the crew chief for Austin Hill in that 21 Xfinity team full-time. As for the, I would assume, 33, like I said, that they've run the last few years, you've had multiple drivers with Brody Kostecki, Will Brown. Last year, it was Will Brown, Ty Dillon, and Austin Hill. I would assume with Will Brown confirming his entry at least COTA next year, he'll be in that 33. Austin Hill will probably get some run at maybe super speedway races if Beard Motorsports doesn't have him back. And maybe Jesse Love finally gets a few runs in the Cup Series. I would imagine that they want to see what Jesse Love has in the next-gen car, finally get his feet wet. With reports of Austin Dillon potentially considering retirement last year, you've got to think that RCR has a plan for that 3 car. Maybe Jesse Love will be the potential suitor, or Austin Hill, although it seems like he is comfortable in the Xfinity Series at this point. The other thing I want to throw out there is, will you see Chevy start to throw a few open entries out there more often than not, trying to maybe eliminate an FRM or 2311 open entry as they aren't chartered right now? They'll be entered as open cars, having to qualify for every race. If Chevy brings a few extra cars, whether it's Colleague, Trackhouse, RCR, that's just extra cars that 2311 and FRM are going to have to battle. So again, that's just my tinfoil hat, but let me know your thoughts down below on the news that was announced today. Again, Junior Motorsports and that 8 back on track. Caden Honeycutt winning the Snowball Derby, and RCR with their changes in the organization in that third car. Who do you want to see in that third open entry for RCR? But let me know your thoughts down below. Like this video, subscribe for more. It helps me out a ton here at Breaking Bob. We'll see you soon for the next video. Stay tuned for more.